Hey everybody, this is John here from Trigger Finger Shooting, and today I want to talk about the Ruger SR22. This is a gun I just picked up. I had been thinking about what to get for my next gun. There's a couple different ones that I had thought about, and then I thought about needing a gun that I can teach others to shoot. And I have somebody in my family who's a little timid about shooting, and the noise is a little bit intimidating. And so I thought maybe I'd seen some good reviews of that Ruger SR22. So I decided to go ahead and pick this one up as a gun specifically for training others to shoot a pistol. And so it's not one that I necessarily needed for myself, but this particular gun, services an unmet need that I had, mainly for, teaching others how to shoot a pistol. So let me go ahead and unbox it a little bit and we'll talk about it. So it came with a lock, sticker, little bling there, and all the requisite paperwork that you'd normally expect to find. And I still haven't been able to figure out what these things do. So if anybody knows what these things do, please let me know. This comes with 2 magazines. Carries a 10 round capacity in each one. So it's would be a 10+1 in the chamber. And these shoot a 22 caliber long rifle. The 22 LR. And the gun itself. So no magazine, chamber is empty. A couple features on this one I wanted to point out. I looked at 2 different kinds in the store. The other one was black on black. This one has the gray with a little bit different finish on the handle and slide portion of it, or the handle portion of it. And this one was maybe $10, $20 more than the alternative one I saw in the store. But I decided to go with this one largely because of the sight. I think the other one just had a black sight on it, but this one actually has the green indigo sight on it, which is a little bit nicer to acquire when you're taking aim. It does have, the rear sight comes with, I believe it's elevation and windage. Is adjustable both ways, so it's good there. Now, one of the things that, and I've heard other people comment about this too, but the safety is backwards from what you would really want to have. So you should push up to fire and pull down for safety. Now, in most pistols, most experienced shooters would want to be able to swipe down, take it off safe to fire. So this gun is actually just the opposite. You have to consciously push up to fire. And at first, while that seems like that would be really an annoyance, after thinking about it, that's probably what makes this gun, a little bit easier and safer to train others with, because the natural resting state is to swipe your thumb down to put it on fire. But in this case, you swipe the safety down to put it on safe. Now, for somebody who's just starting off, you probably want them to have to actually think about putting on fire before they fire. So I could see for a brand new shooter that this is actually pretty ingenious for a new shooter, someone who's brand new to pistol shooting, and semi-automatic handguns on top of it. So in this case, they actually have to think about it, push up to put it on fire. So I don't know if that was purposeful on Ruger's part, but after thinking through it kind of made sense. So I'm going to take it out. I haven't shot it yet. I'm going to take it out this afternoon and shoot it. And hopefully in the next few weeks, a month or so, I'll have the opportunity to help teach somebody else how to shoot this one. I'll give you a little close-up look of it here. You can see the gray finish on the receiver, I believe that's called. Blued slide. You got the green front sight on it. And this is a hammered gun. And the safety also doubles as a decocker. So when you go to put it on safe, it decocks as well. There you go. And this one already has the pinky extension here on the magazine, which would be pretty good because for my hands, I need the extra little space on there. And this also comes with another handle adapter, and I believe the thicker one is already on there. So I think somebody must have been messing around with this before I bought it. So I think the larger handle has already been installed on there, from what I can tell. So it does come with the 2 handle sleeves to accommodate smaller hands and slightly larger hands. Alright, there you have it. Okay, quick update on my SR22. I'd taken it out to the range shortly after I bought it. Right now it's probably several weeks, almost a month later. And took it to the range. And first time I took it out of my carrying case here, I had the sight just fall right out of it. And it's a plastic sight that came with it. It obviously says SR22 there, so it's it's the part that goes with the gun. And it just fell right out of the slot there. I can't tell if that's I see a little bit of residue in the groove there. I don't know if that's super glue or not. So I was a little disappointed that after one use I had the sight fall off. Well, duct tape fixes everything, right? We'll see if I can get a few shots off of that just without losing my sight. There you go. Alright, just to follow up from today's shooting. So I'll be able to get my wife out here and do some shooting. My duct tape solution held out for now until I get up with a permanent fix. We had kind of a bunch of failure to feeds and a few just actual dud rounds here. I don't know if you can see on that, but there's actually got a handful of these as well where it looks like it was struck with the firing pin, but it never fired. So we probably had maybe 4 or 5 of those as well. And then we had a bunch of failure feed. And I've been using this Winchester 555 bulk ammo. Not really good suitable self-defense. I think the last time I was actually shooting Stingers, which I was surprised because everybody on YouTube says that those were good. But I didn't seem to have very much luck with it. So that's my SR22, and I'll have to figure out what's going on with the sight. Give Ruger a call and see what they tell me to do with that. I don't know if they'll have me super glue it in there, or if they'll have me take it and get it repaired or mail it in. But for now, at least for today, duct tape. Alright, just a quick update on my SR22. It's empty. Safety check. So I had an issue where the front sight fell off after just shooting it once, and it was just really loose and came off. So I put it on with duct tape. It's a great thing about duct tape. It fixes everything. So I put it on with duct tape and shot it a couple times with that, and the duct tape held it. But I called Ruger and asked for a replacement sight. So the first one they sent me was this cheap looking thing. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's bad paint job on there. It's certainly isn't matching the indigo sight that came with it. And so I was very disappointed. Called them back and they sent me this one. Just came in the mail with the nice indigo sight. Hopefully this one fits. I'm going to put it on right now. And the gun store where I purchased my gun, they said that they would go ahead and replace it for me. So, I mean, oh, see that? Just fell right off. So that was the problem with that. The sight is it just fell right off without any help or assistance. Okay, so this one, yeah, this one looks like it's a little snug in there, so this should work. So I'm going to take this to my gun dealer and have them install it for me. I'd rather have the gun dealer do it than do it myself, even though I'm sure I could just tap it in there and be fine. But I want the gun dealer to do it in case it breaks. It's not my fault, and I can blame somebody else for it. So that was my experience with the Ruger SR22, and that's an update on my sight issue that I had with them. But as far as using the gun to just kind of plink around, it seems to be pretty good for that. You know, I like it because my wife can shoot it, and she doesn't like guns at all. But she did shoot this one, and even just this morning she was talking about going and shooting again. So as somebody who, you know, has pretty much been afraid of guns all her life, and to now be interested, at least, you know, shooting a little bit, that's an improvement. And I think this gun helps out with that because it's a nice light gun. It's not too noisy. It has a very light kick on it, which she likes, and she's pretty small. She's only she stands 5 foot tall, so she's on the smaller side. So anything that's big and loud and has a kick really is intimidating to her. But this works really well, and so far I've, you know, shot it probably 4 times myself, and I'm enjoying it so far, just for a plinking around the house and training gun. And so that's it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.